We'll see you for the full roundup in about half an hour's time.
That's right. Thank you.
Now, 13,000 people are waiting to hear about their future as their employer, the Arcadia Group, edges closer to falling into administration.
Senior sources have told the BBC that they do not expect any last-minute rescue of the business, which owns brands like Topshop, Burton, Dorothy Perkins. Nina is in Liverpool for us this morning and has the very latest on this, potentially, Nina, a huge story.
Yes, I do today.
Nina, thanks very much indeed. We will be covering this story throughout the programme this morning. If you are an Arcadia employee waiting to hear what's happening, we will bring you the very latest throughout the morning.
A bit of a nervy morning, isn't it, for quite a few people this morning. It's 6:20. Let's have a look at some of the papers for you this morning.
Should we have a little look at what's going on inside the papers this morning? I've got a story in the Telegraph this morning, and it's talking about a future beyond COVID when we perhaps get to go back to restaurants and bars, when that eventually happens and everything is open again. There's a restaurant here that is looking at the possibility of using robots to serve champagne. What do you think about that then? Would you like that instead of having a human bringing you a glass of champagne?
A chat.
You like a person, don't you?
I like a person.
But they're saying it might encourage people to come back in because they feel safer and, a little bit more secure. So if that helps people go back into the hospitality industry in whatever form it is, then that's a good thing.
I've got a bevy of insides. I don't even know
You've got more
I don't
than
know where
me.
to
Go on.
start. Right, shall I do some pictures first of all? Have a look at this. This is an amazing picture. The Canary Wharf skyline emerges from the mist, they say, that covered much of the capital. This is taken by a drone over Tower Bridge this weekend. What do you think of that little beauty? Better than that.
Go on.
Wait for this. These are the finalists in the International Nature and Wildlife Photographers Bird Photographer of the Year competition. And this one didn't even win, but it's a vulture attacking a jackal. Look at
Yeah, not all farmers are happy with that at all. We're going to be talking to George Eustice later in the programme about this very subject.
I've also got the First Minister of Scotland, Nicola Sturgeon, who's going to be here at 8:30 this morning. So we've got a really packed programme today. And throughout it, we have dotted the magnificent Carol Kirkwood as well, who's here with a full update for us this morning. Morning, Carol.
Good morning.
11 minutes past 7. Carol is with us this morning. And earlier on in the programme, I think she definitely mentioned snow.
Let's find out. Carol, what's
I hear you right,
what's
Carol?
going on? Did you drop it?
You certainly did. You certainly did, Sal. Sal and Dan.
We should be paying very close attention, Carol. Thank you very much. We'll see you a bit later on this morning.
Especially when she starts talking about snow.
Are you excited about that?
Yeah,
Or
I
are you
am quite
worried?
excited.
Okay.
Are you worried?
Well, I wouldn't say worried.
You don't love it, though.
Just not worried. When you have to travel across the Pennines to get to work, snow's not the best option.
Maybe not.
I need one of those ploughs this time of year.
Should we get you a snowplow?
Oh, for Christmas. Yes, thank you.
OK. See what we can arrange. It is at 7:15. Now, the mass testing of students for COVID so they can go home safely for the Christmas break is starting at many universities across the UK today.
If they test negative, many students will leave university in the travel window, which starts on Thursday. Let's get a bit more information from our education correspondent, Dan Johnson, who is today at the University of Bristol. Dan, good morning to you. So give us an idea of the scale of these tests and how much of a challenge it will be.
A skill set. They're just, they're good at building dams, chewing.
I've done a bit of beaver research.
Go on.
I've got two very interesting facts about beavers.
I'm nervous.
Did you know that in 1948 there was a bit of an issue in Idaho between locals and the beaver population? And what they decided to do was to rescue the beavers and to move them somewhere else. And the way they did that was they borrowed some parachutes left over from World War II, and they actually dropped the beavers in a big box into a different part of Idaho. So they skydived in, these beavers, and all but one of them survived. 76 beavers was able to skydive into this part of Western Idaho. Only one of them died. So
are you believing the internet again?
Wait, this is another one. Did you know that up until the 1100s, this is a very strange myth, there was a myth that beavers actually nibbled off their own testicles. And the reason why they said this was because they felt that hunters were chasing them for their testicles, and therefore they nibbled them off. So they thought they were very clever, but that's been disproved.
Right. Should we get some sensible beaver chat? Let's talk.
We need to check these things out.
Yes, you've been reading the internet too much. The National Trust's project manager, Ben Eardley, joins us now. Morning to you, Ben. Obviously, this subject has proved very interesting to us all this morning. Tell us about what's happening and why it's so important that they're being reintroduced in the way that they are.
Well,
we watch you go through the history of what happened, and at times that looked incredibly personally painful for you. Did it help in any way, though? Has it been cathartic to get to this point where you've made this hour of television telling everybody what actually happened to you?
Yeah.
Really come across in the documentary. Anton, really appreciate your time speaking to us live on BBC Breakfast this morning. And we should say as well, if you want to know more, then it's called Anton Ferdinand, Football, Racism and Me. And it's on tonight on BBC One, and you can watch it at 9 o'clock, and it will be available on the iPlayer as well.
It's a powerful watch, isn't it? Now, a 6-year-old boy with brittle bones who captured the hearts of TV viewers when he shared his dreams of joining a space mission has received a special invitation from NASA.
Adam King appeared on the Late Late Toy Show, a special Christmas edition of Ireland's longest-running TV show. And since making his debut, his profile has rocketed. Take a look.